Hello, my friends. Welcome to this edition of what I like to call some storytelling, some real life stories of some of the people that I have met in my journey here as a wellness coach and a culinary nutrition expert. And my friend Mary is actually a new friend of mine. I have had a couple of great storytelling with some of my older friends, but this is a new friend that has joined our community. And I'm excited to get her to share her story today because it's a little different. Some of my friends have chosen to speak of some similar topics. Mary is going to share a little bit more insight into actually two different things that we carry here that will help you with your health and wellness. So I could sit here and tell you all the things that I know about Mary, but it's going to be more valuable for her to share. So I'm going to ask her just to share a little bit about herself, what makes her tick, maybe, some where she comes from, what she likes to do outside of what we're going to talk about today. Go ahead, Mary. Thanks again for joining me.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. I was very honored. I am the mother of one 18-year-old son, who I'm very proud of. I am recently retired, so I have a little bit more time on my hands, and I've been working more with my energy work and learning more about Trinont and the business opportunity that it offers. And yeah, I have two furry dogs and four cats, so I am a pet lover. I love the sunshine, and we have a swimming pool in the backyard, so that's where you find me all summer long.
And you live in Canada like I do, so we kind of play
I do.
around with the 6 weeks of summer that we actually get, right?
Yes, we had a beautiful double digits on Monday, and then now we're down to like -4 with snow. I'm like, oh, I got quite a bit of snow overnight, whatever. So yes,
And I
it's
think
all over
and
the
I
place
think
this
in
year.
in 2 more days we're back into the plus
Double
anyway.
digits again. Yep.
Welcome to Ontario, Canada. That's what I'm just getting to learn. One day is flip-flops, the next day is a parka. So when I invited you to share on a product, and I'm not going to lie, I really thought maybe you would just stick to the one product, but then you brought in the second product. So one of our probably our most famous products, next to our new product that we have coming out, the Transform, that's great for balancing your blood sugar. You know that as a culinary nutrition expert, the other thing I like to focus on is also decreasing inflammation. And that's why our collagen blend is so pivotal. But Mary wants to share a little bit more about how Illuminate, which is our tooth whitening paste, she's going to talk a little bit about that. But instead of her jumping right into the products, I want you to share with them, Mary. Tell us a little bit about what your life was like before you were introduced to Turn On. So, like before you had the collagen, before you discovered, Illuminate, what did that all look like for you?
So let's start with the collagen side of things, or the pain and inflammation. So sometime before my son was born, probably a couple years prior, I started getting a lot of aches and pains in my hips. Didn't know what it
Mhm.
was, and I really noticed it more when I was pregnant, especially if I was lying on the couch or lying or sitting in any position for any length of time. Didn't do anything about it as far as going to the doctors because that's just the way it was. It was just a pain. I didn't really think anything of it. So I bared down and dealt with it. But sitting at a desk all day for my full-time job at the time, I found that like after 15 minutes, I'd have to get up and move a little bit because my hips were just so sore. And there was days that I actually had to take the day off work because I just couldn't fathom the drive or having to sit at a desk all day. So that was kind of my life before I was introduced to below. I did get diagnosed a few years after that as having osteoarthritis.
Mm.
As far as my mouth goes, it was mainly my gums. I've always had an issue with my gums, whether they be receding or bleeding or whatever the case may be. And it didn't matter what I did or what I tried, nothing seemed to really do anything with yeah, with my overall gum health, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's where I kind of was, whatever the beforehand, whatever, always having issues with my teeth and or my gums when it came to my dental side of things, even with regular checkups.
Well, and one of the things that I like to always clarify too, and mostly from coming from myself, we're not here to treat, heal, or cure. What I can do is I can offer a lot of insight. And what I'm hearing from you is inflammation is definitely the root of a lot of your challenges, like osteoarthritis. Anything that ends in an itis is indicative of an inflammation. So, and gingivitis, therefore, the inflammation of the gums or the receding or the bleeding of gums, again, is an inflammation of the gingiva. And what's interesting is that often everybody wants to, osteoarthritis, put some cream on those hips, put some A535 on there to help, take away that pain, or brush with a toothpaste that helps reduce. And those things can help, but they don't heal. So I think what's going to happen as you continue to share your story, when you discovered these two key products, I feel like you've kind of healed yourself from the inside out. And at the same time, the toothpaste, as much as it does clean your teeth, it also has some anti-inflammatory properties to it as well. So tell me how things have changed for you now since you've been using these products.
Well, research has been always one of my things, especially with work. So I did a lot of research before I actually came on board and decided to try the products. But with Glow, which it's not showing up very well. Well, there we go, Glow backwards, but that's fine. I found this to be a game changer. My within I think 3 weeks I noticed a decrease in the amount of pain, and 6 weeks it was like I I realized at the 6 week mark that the pain had completely disappeared. I think I woke up one day and go, "Oh, I'm not feeling that anymore." So I was very fortunate that I've been able to keep my glow. I had enough stock to be able to keep it through whatever. I think the odd time when I forget about using it, which is not very often because I moved it now to my bathroom. So I take it every night before I go to bed. I don't forget anymore. But yeah, that's been a game changer for me, to the fact that I can actually sit down in a car or sit down at my desk or sit or even stand or lie on my hips or whatever on my sides and not have that pain has been game changing. Most of their products actually really do help with inflammation. So yes, I've been finding that yeah, Glow is definitely my number one go-to. I speak to the most about, because it has so much more than just the collagen that's helped with that. So yeah, I'm very excited about what Glow has done for me. And the Illuminate toothpaste. I went to the dentist not even a month after I started using it, and my hygienist even noticed a huge difference in my gums. So I don't
Interesting.
get that pain anymore. I don't have to use a sensitive toothpaste anymore. I have no issues with hot, cold, or anything like that. The sensitivity is completely gone away. My gums aren't bleeding anymore. And yeah, my hygienist even noticed a difference, because I specifically asked her if she had noticed a difference on this visit from the previous one, and she said yes. And she gave me some of the things that she noticed, but I can't remember now. It was 2 months ago. But I'll find those out when I go to see her next week. So,
Well, and
yeah.
when you hear those like sort of third party validations too, like I know myself with the glow, much like yourself, and I hear the same story. It's like one day you went, wait a minute, my hip's not bugging me, or for me, my ankle's not bugging me. What's going on? And then you realize, oh my gosh, I think it might be that collagen that I've been taking. Maybe it actually is working. But when it comes to like that third party validation, I had people walking up to me and they're like, your skin, look at your skin. And I'm going, what are you talking about? They're like, I noticed a huge difference. It's just, you can tell it's like, it's brighter or something. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, it's the glow. So it is nice when, especially when you go
It's
to a
glowing.
professional. Yeah, you're there going, hey, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And you're like, yes, I'm doing something
Mhm.
right for a change. So, you know what I love about your story, Mary, again, is that, they've been impactful, and I can totally see, how excited you are, just as you dive into all the different things, and especially the inflammation side. And I know that you're also about to dive into a really fun book where it talks about the gut. Are you doing the gut to brain axis or the gut to skin axis? Which one? We got to remind me, because there's a couple different. What's your book about? Is it the brain?
So I actually am doing it more with the chakras and talking about the solar plexus, which will then
Mm-hmm.
go into a lot of detail when it comes to the gut.
Mm-hmm.
I have thought about doing a gut health one, just because of all the different information I've learned recently on how important that is or whatever for your overall health. But yes, that one's not in the works as of yet.
Yeah. But yeah, so just I wanted to share I just felt like because that diving more into sort of the underlying the root cause,
Mhm.
or the root of where some of these problems really can have that huge ripple effect, as opposed to dealing with the band-aid.
Yep.
So I know what's going to happen here, Mary, is sometimes when I have watched stories like this, or I have watched, somebody sharing their impactful story, and I say to myself, okay, fine. Yeah, I can resonate with her. And I can. The hip thing where you flip side to side at night, you can't get comfortable. It is definitely much better, when you don't have that pain and you get that good night's rest. But I know there's somebody out there watching and they're thinking, okay, fine, that's Mary. Or okay, fine, Julie's had it too. But would this work for me? Is this really what I need? Do you have any, we'll call them words of wisdom, for that person that's watching, that's kind of wavering and they're not too sure what it is that they think they should do?
Well, I always say do your research or whatever, right? See what product or see what radiates with you or whatever. I'm very much into energy and energy work as well. So I've learned or whatever to follow my gut, basically. When information and that is presented to you, if it's something that radiates with you, then take that chance, take that gamble, because what if, right? What if this product is going to be the one that changes you? Or what if this opportunity is something that's going to change your life? My friend who had introduced it to me, we've talked about for many years about doing something together. And when this product came in, and she decided to go to build a business with it, she introduced it to me, and I hummed and hawed for a little bit, as you know. It took me a little while to take that final step, just because I was very interested in the research. I wanted to know how Glow Collagen, because that was the product that I was very much interested at the time compared to others. And when I looked at ingredients, when I looked at sugar, when I looked at so many different things or whatever, ours just Trinant's Glow just really stood out to be the best one on the market. So I figured, why take a powder that I would have to take 10 times more to get one shot of Glow and get the same
Yeah.
effects, right? So it just became a no-brainer. And with health and wellness being on everybody's mind, self-care especially, whatever, it's like, yes, you might have a busy life, or I had a very busy life. And especially being a mom and that they came first, that it was nice to be now taking a look at things that I could help myself with, and that self-care, which for me turned out to be Trinant. So yeah, it's been a game changer on so many different levels.
Well, and I absolutely love that you listen to your gut, because there is a lot, when you talk
Mm-hmm.
about your energy healing, we can all, I think, say that we've experienced where, when you have come across something, whether it's a person or an opportunity or a decision, and you just have that feeling like, I need to do that. Or the opposite, where you go, okay, there's something stopping me. And almost always you can say, when you listen to your gut, it turns out for the best. So again, there's
Yeah, I
something to be
regret
said
all
for
the
that.
yeah, I always regret the decisions I make where I went against my gut. It's like, damn, I knew better, right? Like,
Yeah.
why did I
Yep.
self-sabotage myself or whatever by doing
Well,
what my
it's a
gut told me
learning
not to
curve.
do? Yep.
Yeah, it's we call those learning. I call them learning opportunities. No mistakes in life as long as you learn from them.
Yep.
So,
And it's trusting that energy or that feeling too, or whatever I find is yeah, the hardest thing, whatever that once you put that trust in there, everything just kind of flows.
and I'm really glad that you share that with the person that's listening, because I do think that if they are feeling the same way, if they're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, if they're just looking for, better sleep, and this could be the answer. There's never 100% certainty, but we see story after story after story where people have noticed huge improvements, and even if this is just a stepping stone to take you to the next level of your health and
Mhm.
wellness. So one last little thing I'd love for you to share, because I've been doing these stories with a variety of different people, and you could have just been your friend's best customer. You could have been buying, cases of Glow, and grab the toothpaste as needed, and maybe trying a few other things. But you decided to join. You decided to join her team. You decided to join our community. What made you decide to embrace this as a business outside of your retirement at this time?
Wow. There was lots of reasons because when I started researching Trinant and I was looking at the products, there was pretty much everything in there that I used or could use that would help me. So joining was kind of like a no-brainer. Coming in with one of the high-level packs, I got a good variety of everything, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I pretty much buy everything every month. So yeah, I just fell in love with the products and everything. And then the opportunity to actually build a team for my family members and friends, where I could sign up my son, for example. He made his J bonus within his first month or thereabouts. Yeah, I think it was the first month. Um, from me just helping to doing all the work, basically. I was able to like set him up or whatever. So he's got uh three legs or whatever that potentially could be growing and making extra money every month. So trying to show him that, you don't have to do your Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 job kind of thing, or you don't have to work in retail or whatever for your part-time job. You really could be doing this just by sharing the opportunity and sharing the products with people. And
Well,
with
yeah.
Zest and Mojo being a natural energy drink, it's so much better than what's out on the market that it's perfect for students and university students and that. So I'm looking forward to next year when he goes off to university and him actually sharing it more openly with people and yeah, just taking it to the next level for himself and setting him up for success, while also bringing in other family members and friends or whatever and helping them build their teams and being a community. I mean, there's such
Mhm.
a great community within Toronto. There's the support. We have the systems in place to succeed, and it's just a matter of taking those steps or whatever to and making that final decision that that's what you want in life, right? So healthy living is the way to go. So yeah, it just seemed to be a perfect fit. Health and wellness was always something that was of interest to me when it came to secondary businesses. So yeah, it was just a perfect fit.
And I think like what I'm hearing from you is if you're going to be a product of the product, and I think so many of us will naturally share what we love and what's working, then yeah, you may as well take advantage of that. And that's what's interesting here at Turn On, because it is a little different. Like the products are top notch, very, very unique to what you would normally see on the health and wellness platform. Our company is very unique, but also the compensation plan, where you get to build spousal positions or positions for your children, like you for your son and like me for my husband. And my husband doesn't even know what his login is. He knows he's an associate, but I do all the the work for him, and whatever I do for him rises up and helps me as well. So it's a fun thing. Well, I can't say enough, Mary, just how much I enjoyed interviewing you. And you do your research, and I applaud you for that, because sometimes there's times that I have dove into things that I wish I had done some more research on. But I'm very glad that you decided to join our community, and most of all, that you're sharing this with your friends and family and building your own community, and really just spreading, the health and wellness side of things, because people really are in need of that,
Yes,
in need of that nurturing right now. Thank you
definitely.
so much.
Thank you
I'm
for
going
having me.
to say goodbye to our friends and go from there. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good day.